Now, the State Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress in Kano has nullified the suspension of Abdullahi Ganduje, national chairman of the party. The APC executives in Dayo ward under Tofa LGA of Kano had on Monday suspended Ganduje over the allegations of corruption leveled against him. The ward noted that the suspension would subsist until the former governor is cleared of the allegations. However, chairman of the APC in Kano, Abdullahi Abbas, alleged that the ward executives who suspended Ganduje were working with the New Nigeria People's Party, and so the suspension does not stand. Abbas said the ward executives have now been suspended for 6 months. Well, the Kano High Court had last week ruled that Ganduje should appear before it on April the 17th on charges bordering on bribery, diversion and misappropriation of public funds. Arise analyst Dayo Sobowale joins us now to discuss the drama in Kano State over the suspension and the recalling of the APC national chairman Ganduje, and what is driving the crisis in the state chapter of that party. Good afternoon and warm welcome to Newsday, Mr. Sobowale.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Let's get into this political melodrama.
I'm happy you christened it.
Yeah, absolutely. Moles planted in the APC. Well, what's your take on all of this?
You are already quoting them. You should not quote them. Let us be neutral in this drama.
That's true.
Get me? Because it's great melodrama. You see, Ganduje is the national chairman of the APC. But it did not come out of a vacuum or fall from the skies. He was in the Kwansiya movement. That is the movement that got him into power as deputy governor with Kwakwanso. Now, they have shifted loyalties and affinities. New Nigeria People's Party is the party of the incumbent governor of Kano. Ganduje, who was former APC governor of Kano, is now the national party of the APC. Now, the ward people have done is that if you want to be nominated for a national office or even a state office, you have to start from the ward level. So, what they have done is following their own constitution to recall a big fish like Ganduje. But the party at the national level has disowned them that they cannot suspend him. And they too, I'm sure very soon they will recant. But you see, the NPP government in power has a case against Ganduje. I'm not sure if we should discuss a case in court. But you see, it is in the public domain. He was accused of blatant corruption. You can't deny that. Diversion of funds meant for various projects, ending up in other places and with other people who have no connection with government. It's not something one can ignore. And using the legal excuse of something being sub judice and not for discussion cannot hold sway here. The case is in the public domain. And I'm sure, knowing the people in Kano, they are well-educated people, especially their leadership. Ganduje himself is a well-educated man. He has a PhD in education. So it's not as if they don't know the law or cannot read it, as in other places. They are very, very articulate, well-educated people. And the battle line is drawn. I don't see how Ganduje can survive the defamation coming from Kano as it is. Because they will not relent, and they know his weak points. They've been together. It's like the enemy from within fighting you. You are at great peril if care is not taken. But then, if you look at the moral of it, separating politics from morality, they say politics is who gets what, when, and how, when you talk of resources. But again, they say those who live in glass houses must not throw stones. Ganduje, since he came to power, has even taunted the opposition that they should come to their side and enjoy what is on. That has infuriated so many people. And I'm not too sure that was done the source of this action of the Kano state government of, no, under the umbrella of Kwakwa and Sia. You get me? But if I am to give a candid advice to APC and APC and Ganduje, I will ask him to find a way of defending himself squarely, robustly before that court, if he can, and he should. Otherwise, he should throw in the towel. There's no way government can be claiming to be fighting corruption and have that monumental suspicion of corruption against the party chairman. Let's leave it at that for now.
Also, Mr. Sobowale, especially with your claim about what this government is saying about fighting corruption, just wondering what further role you think the federal government should probably play, if you even think they should play in this situation, to avoid any potential escalation. When it comes to politics, things can always deteriorate.
Why do you say the federal government? It's not the federal government issue.
I'm aware, but do you think that it should be playing any kind of role?
What should the party do, not the federal government? But it's a party issue.
I still stand by the question, but
it is relevant. It's very relevant. This is a party issue. Huh? Let the party put itself in order. That's what you just said.
It's APC. The president, the ruling party is the APC.
Yes.
And this is APC is also the federal government. So
APC is not Tinubu government. I mean, APC now is not Tinubu government in Kano. No, let's sort it out. This is not the government issue. This is an intra-party
That's
issue.
why I asked if you think there should be any role that they should play. Yes, and if you don't think they should play a role, that's completely fine.
If it has not gotten to like the situation in River State, Fubara and Wiki in the federal government, they are dissimilar. They are dissimilar. And I've even gone further to tell you that in the interest of the APC, I'm not going to mention government, Ganduje should resign. So what government does is immaterial to me. It's a state feud. It is an intra-party feud in Kano. Let us address it as such. And anyway, it is in court. And in spite of that, we are discussing it. So I do not see government intervention as relevant at all.
Okay.
Next question.
So I just want to look at two angles. So I know you've already said he should resign. My question to you was around internal party affairs and the issue of stepping aside. You know, we're yet to see party officials who are under investigation voluntarily stepping aside. Do you think that's something that should be embedded in the various party constitutions within Nigeria? That's the first. And secondly, while we're talking about party constitutions, when we look at how Oshomole left this very same seat, it also began at the ward level. Mm-hmm. So, but when I looked at the APC's constitution, Article 21 they've changed the constitution. Article 21 does say that the ward level cannot expel a member who's at national level. So, you know, the inner workings of these parties, do you think that they're structured for accountability, especially when you're looking at the seniority of the level of a chairman? Are the internal party structures really doing justice to issues such as these?
You see, this is politics as usual. And it starts at what level, whether you like it or not. Whether they amended the constitution or not, you see, the fact remains that there will be great disruption if a national officer is uprooted from the ward, like they did to Shiomole. Later they shifted stand, they didn't do it. Even now in Kano, they are saying that those people who attended that conference should be arrested. Although it is the New Nigeria People's Party saying that. But you see, I think essentially, when party officials are brought into office, they are expected to be clean, they are expected to have integrity, they are expected to have been cleared by so many bodies in the disciplinary process. But then you never know what people do when they get to power. And then they try to get away with murder, literally. But then the parties should always be careful that in tackling national officials accused of several issues, they should not be allowed to bring down the whole house as it is in the process. That is why they give them benefits of doubt. That's why the national body has come to defend its chairman. That is a party issue. You get me now? Or why, or if it does not resign, if the issue gets out of hand, comes in the public court of public opinion, then the party has to take a stand.
All right, thank you.
It's a national party of the national, it's the national chairman of the national party. So let the party handle it.
Thank you, Mr. Sobowale.